Well, I did record an intro. Not sure if it's saved or not. Still a little bit new to all this. So I'll do a very quick one now. So this morning I've travelled from Birmingham. Lovely weather there for ducks. Now we're in Morecambe. Seems a bit of a better weather around here. It's not as misty or it's not raining. So today what I'm going to be doing is catching the ferry over from here, or Easham, over to the Isle of Man, and then have a bit of a look around there, go to the hotel in a bit. Then tomorrow looking at trying to go around the whole island just by using buses. Don't normally like using buses, however I will be going over as a foot passenger today, so probably the only form of transport I'm going to have tomorrow. So might as well make a bit of a challenge out of it, and then I catch the ferry back tomorrow night. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, come with me on my adventures. Should be fun. Well, that's me now parked the car up. So yeah, just taking a wander now to the ferry terminal. Should only take about 10 minutes from here. So nice little walk down this residential street. Still got plenty of time, so I might as well just take my time doing it. I think all I'm going to be doing is just sitting around at the ferry terminal anyway until we board. So I'll see you when we get to the ferry terminal. Well, I don't know if you can pick it up. Might be a bit of noise because of that. But there's the first sign of the Manxman ferry, what we'll be catching. Just got to get to it now. Well, it's a big enough ship. Just like I made it in time. So, time to go and check in and get on board. So I'm now on the ship. Made my way up to the lounge. Yeah, it's quite nice in there. Can't actually remember the name of it, so I'll have a look at that in a minute. But you actually get this bit of private art space, what comes with the lounge. I'll go and take a bit of a tour around the ship, have a look around. So it's nice just to get a bit of fresh air after that walk, to be fair. So as you can tell, I'm sweating like a pig. So, but I'm kind of glad it's not too sunny. It's the only thing being a fat lad, you get a bit too hot. So, but yeah, here's the port of Easham. Not the nicest looking port really, but yeah, let's go and have a look around the ship. So I'm not going to do much of a talk through, I'm just going to have a wander, see what we can see. There's the shop.
This is my fault.
Move down the front of the ship. This is deck 7, this is the public spaces. So you get the eatery and the bar on this level. And then 8 is the cabins and the lounges, and then 9 is, I believe it's open deck. There's got nice big windows at the front. I'm not going to go too much into here because there's kids around. There's the entrance to the port. There's pet lounge there. And turn it off here because it's. I'll just put it down. Look at my face while we go through here because there's kids. So there's the shop again. Back end of the shop. So that's gone past the kids thing. I'm not going to show that. Obviously there's families and that in there.
Have you seen the video of the guy? One of them knocks in, the other one jumps front, and one jumps at the door, one next guy goes to jump at the door, and the guy opens the door, and he's in the air.
falls in.
Yeah.
So there's what was it?
Look, no, the bar. It's in
Thank you.
the
Good. The bar. Probably for hunting for a beer.
Oh, yeah, he's actually talking. I didn't realise anything.
1983. So again, this is out to the open space at the back of deck 7. This is accessible to everyone. And if you was to go up those stairs, that would take you up to the lounge where I was a second ago. A few chairs and tables there. I'm surprised no one's out here, to be fair, because it's nice and cool. And it's quite warm on board the ship at the moment. So I think they could do with turning the heating down. Let's go back in and go past the eatery. Then we'll go up to deck 9 and then we'll go down to 8. The food looks quite nice, to be fair. I don't think there's a driver's lounge on here. That's pretty nice. Yeah, deck 9 is open deck. So let's go up to deck 9. Actually, we'll go up to deck 8, have a look, go past the lounges and then go up to deck 9 and watch the departure. There you are. There's the executive lounge, that looks nice. I thought it was actually moving, then they were not. Toilets at the back. Sorry. This is the lounge down here. Oh. So a lot of this deck is cabins, I think. And then there's some lounges at the top end. Valve room. Let's hope they don't blow a valve today. What's this thing I hear about? Stickers on outside of doors or something. And he hit this the other day on a vlogging thing. Never heard of it before. Stairs. It's quite nice down here. It'd be nice to see how well it ages over the years, as it's still relatively a new ship at the moment. There's a lounge. Nice big windows again at the front. I think it's more cabins down here. So that's the Ingeborg lounge. It's nice to see that you can get free water top-ups on here. However, I do think that one's out of order. And hand sanitizer. So that's good. There's the deck layout, so 7 wedding trees. Lounges at the top. Again, cabins down here. It's got that new ship's boat there. It's a bit like when you're picking a car up. Smells quite nice, good isn't it? Well, it smells quite nice to some people. If you like odd smells. For me, that's not an issue. I used to love the smell of Wilko's. So this is actually quite nice. Let's go up to deck 9 and the outer area at the top. And then we can watch our departure from there, I think. That's the left out of order. That ladder was too top. Not from this one anyway. Let's see if we can get on. Oh no, this is getting up. Come back. Let's go outside then. At least these doors seem to be working. You watch me get stuck out here now. It's not really a lot of deck area. Yeah, that ship's powered by Mentha. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's the ship that goes over to Dublin with freight. I think it's a freight only ferry. But at least the sea looks nice and calm out there today.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Captain speaking. My name is Lawrence Campbell. It's my pleasure to welcome you on board this afternoon from Croatia to Paris. We have a that was the 3 water bursters and just started to show that they make the way. Ground passengers slight moderate seas, expect a nice comfort journey for you. Safety and security is my #1 priority. Please ask you to listen carefully to the moments you get in. Obviously, for me to use that box, we will enjoy the journey. All the maximum.
So if you know me, you know that I do marine mammal surveying for a charity called Orca. So it's interesting that these have a whale and the dolphin recognition thing on here. It's quite nice if Orca managed to get on here. So it'd be quite a nice crossing to survey, I reckon. So I've actually decided to come down to Deck 8 to film our departure, because it got quite a bit busy up on deck 9, and I don't smoke, and everyone's smoking at that side. I prefer to come down here to get better view anyway. So that's us off. Isle of Man, here we come. It's a bit close to that wall. Oh, the obligatory car alarms are going off already. That's why they should have a sign saying do not lock your car, just take valuables with you. So now I used to go over to the Isle of Wight with my car. I always locked it, and then when I used to come back to the car, it always had a thing on the dashboard saying anti-theft mode has been activated, and that's generally because the car alarm was going off left, right and centre. So I should have learned my lesson myself really, but I never did. Oh, that's really bad. That one's top left off. I'm assuming trucks can come up there and onto their main deck. Right, that's us coming out of the harbour entrance, out into the open sea. So, I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but he's just upped his engines and his power. So as you can tell by the wash, it's starting to become a bit more vigorous now. So we've put the afterburners on, so to say. So I think what I'll do, I'll leave it an hour or so, and then I'll get something to eat, see what's on the menu. I've just gone past someone who's got a jack potato and it looked really nice. However, watching some of these other vlogs, they all seem to recommend the steak pie and chips, so we'll see. And as the sailing goes on, I'll take a bit more of a wander around, have a look around. So alright, see you later. So, had to be done. So I've gone for the steak pie, under recommendations from others who've tried it. So, see what it's like. So that's the meal. Get this down me and see if it's as good as what everyone else says. Yeah, being a bit quiet in here. Everyone seems to be trying to sleep, even though it's a midday crossing. So that certainly gets a thumbs up for me. Yeah, well worth it. Really nice. Loads of meat in the pie. Chips probably could have done with being a bit softer, but that's the only criticism. But yeah, well worth it. So we're roughly about halfway across now. Just had an announcement that We should be getting there at 5:05, with disembarkation at about 20 past, so that's not too bad at all. It's been quite a nice smooth crossing, and as I said earlier on the video, that I'm also a qualified marine mammal surveyor, so for a charity called Orca. So I normally come on ferries and do surveys from the bridge of the ship. Now they have an app that you can use. If you're on a normal ferry, you can take part in a survey without actually being on the bridge. So if you see whales, dolphins, whatever, you can basically go on the app, add the data, and then that goes back to head office in Portsmouth. So I thought, while I'm on this, I might as well make myself useful and do a survey at the same time. Unfortunately at the moment we've not really caught anything. It's a bit difficult when you don't have your binoculars with you. You can't really see out in the distance, but the sea state's not too bad. So averaging around about sea state of about 3 or 4, just with the odd white peaks on the crest of the wave. But yeah, the crossing itself's been really quite smooth. The food was lovely, couldn't really fault that. So thumbs up to all the other vloggers what have done this route and recommended the steak pie. It actually lived up to what they said. Yeah, it's just starting to go a little bit dullier now and dark, but hopefully we'll get into Douglas before it gets too dark, so catch the last little bit of the that's coming alongside. And if I do have any sightings of any whales or dolphins or what, I'll let you know. So it'd be nice if I could capture them, but normally they go that quick. You get a quick glimpse at them and then they've gone. So we'll have to see if I can get it or not. I think it'll be too dark tomorrow by the time I come back to do a survey, but yeah, but as you can see, it's still quite nice out there at the moment. So it makes me laugh how no one's coming onto this open deck. There's literally only me, so I'm not complaining, like. So but yeah, so I'm gonna do a bit more surveying, and I'll see you shortly. Well, been a bit of a change of plan. So whilst on board this ferry, I've just had an email turning around saying that tomorrow's sailing back has been cancelled. So I've now moved it, I'll be sailing back on Wednesday morning instead, so I've had to go through everything and change booking times and everything else and amendments. Just goes to show things what can happen on these trips though. I'm just glad I'm in a position that it doesn't overly affect me. But I suppose that's all due to forward planning anyway. Giving yourself time to do it. So yeah, I've got an extra night in Douglas. However, I don't know how good it's going to be because it's been giving out adverse weather for tomorrow, hence why the ferry tomorrow night's been cancelled. Just hope the one on Wednesday morning doesn't get cancelled. The weather warning looks like it's only in for tomorrow. It's been lifted for Wednesday. If needs be, then it might have to be, if that does get cancelled, then it might have to be a flight into Liverpool or Manchester, and then a train up to Easham to get my car. Not ideal, but it's one of those things. Can't do a lot about it, so there's no point in worrying about it. On the whale and dolphin spotting side, I haven't seen anything. It's been pretty quiet for them today. Sometimes you have this on these survey trips. I did Aberdeen to Shetland last year, and we went all the way from Aberdeen to Shetland and back, and the only time we've really seen anything was when we was coming back into Aberdeen Harbour. Bearing in mind we've spent near on 20 hours on a ferry up there and back, so, and yet you can go on these trips and you see some every kind of few hours, so it is what it is. So at the end of the day, it's not going to faze me, so I still enjoy these trips, so, and I'll carry on doing them, and they're all an adventure, aren't they? At the end of the day, you only live once, so might as well do what you enjoy. So, but it's getting a bit dark now, so I'm going to sign off. I don't think I'll be able to capture the ship coming into berth, so I will speak to you in a bit. Right, that's us off the ship. I've got to follow this long hallway to get to the terminal, and then go and find my hotel. So yeah, a good crossing. Really enjoyable. Obviously it's a bit manic at the end. I've been to change all my bookings around because tomorrow's sailing's been cancelled, but never mind. But yeah, we'll take a walk to the hotel now. That's us out of the terminal building. First impressions, so I'm quite impressed, to be fair. It's nice. Didn't kind of expect it to be like this, to be fair. Yeah, might have changed my plans a little bit now, seeing that I've got an extended stay. Quite like to have a look there in Douglas at some point. So, but I love this. I think it's called the Castle of Fortitude, right in the middle of the kind of the bay. Looks pretty cool. I'm very impressed. Just gotta try and find my hotel now. That is pretty cool. These lights are changing colour as we're going along. I thought at first it was my eyesight, but apparently not, which I'm kind of glad about. Yeah, it's like Marks and Spencer's over there, and I'm really impressed. I'd definitely come back from just first impressions. It's very upmarket. I think it's a bit too posh for me, to be fair. Especially with me being a bit of a down and out lad, so from Nottingham. We're not used to all this posh frivolities. Don't even know if that's a word, but it is now. But yeah, I think I'll have a good time. Might be a bit dark at the moment on the GoPro with it being night time, but oh well. Again, these lights are changing, as you can see off the reflection of my face. Haha. Yeah. Oh. Don't know about that guy. He's been put on the pedestal though, hasn't he? It's nice, that. Nice monument. Well looked after, unlike some of them nowadays. Yeah. Beautiful place here. Loads of runners. Certainly not a place where I'd want to live. Seems too hard work living here. Everyone wants to run everywhere. Might actually get me healthy. Boo! Hence the thought. Well, that is the hotel that I'm staying at. That's the Empress. Nicely lit up, very grand. Nice rooms. Here we go. See if this works. It's actually quite nice. Small single room. Don't need anything too lavish for me. The bathroom. Everything you need. Table, kettle, room into a courtyard. Not much of a view. Hello, that's me. So, but yeah, so that's basically this room done. So I've just gone for a wander down into the town of Douglas. Yeah, it's nice. Really wasn't expecting this at all. Don't really know what I was expecting. Probably an oldie fashioned world type thing, but it seems quite modern, new. I could, my missus will laugh at this because I say it everywhere, but I could quite easily live over here. And just what I've seen so far. So I'm just trying to look for somewhere to eat what doesn't look too bad, to be fair. Don't know what that is. I think it's shopping centre over there. So that's not a sight you see every day. Really nice. I don't know if it's a castle or someone's house or what. Don't know. But it'd be nice to stay there. So apparently the weather tomorrow. So I found out. So in the morning it's supposed to be gusting between 15 and 20 knots. Then in the afternoon it's going to 35 to 40. And then in the evening it's going up to 45 knots gusting. Hence why the ferries are cancelled. Hopefully, fingers crossed, manage to still get back on the Wednesday morning one. So, as I have work on Thursday, so I kind of need to get back. But I'm not worried because we've got plenty of time anyway. So, just walking back to the hotel now. Yeah. We still quite a lot of people walking up and down this promenade, even though it's near on about 10 o'clock at night. I think it's that late anyway. So, and actually got me watch on me. I left it in the room. So might be earlier, but never mind. But I've had a walk down in through the town centre, and it was absolutely lovely. They even have the multicoloured changing lights down there as well. It's almost like an illuminations without having illuminations, which I absolutely love. I think most cities, especially near the city, I think they should all do it, but they obviously don't. So I think other places could learn a thing or two. So I'm just at the hotel now, so I'll do the walk into the hotel, kind of just show you what it's like. The bar, and then you've got like a restaurant here. Piano over the back. So, doing an outro today. So today was mainly about travelling here. Crossing was absolutely perfect. Really smooth, couldn't really fault it. Shame we didn't get to see any whales or dolphins though on the survey, but it's one of those things. Yeah, as I explained on the video earlier, the travel plans have been scuppered a little bit with the winds So yeah, got an extended stay now on the island for an extra night. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get back on Wednesday morning. If not, then it looks like I'll probably be flying back, which added expense. Don't really want to be doing that, as I'd have to go up to into Liverpool or Manchester and then make my way up to Evesham to pick the car up to then go all the way back to Birmingham. So really don't want to be doing that one. But yeah, Isle of Man, first impressions, absolutely stunning. Really impressed. So I'd definitely come back. I'd like to bring the other half here, to be fair. The only problem is, with her not liking ferries or flying, that kind of limits our options. So I'll come on ferry and she can swim. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be looking at trying to go around the island on public transport, i.e. buses. Normally you'd be able to catch trains and that, but they're not running until March. So yeah, we'll see how far we can get. Luckily I don't have to be back for a certain time, so we're not rushing. So I might be able to get my normal camera out and do a bit of photography as well, which that's one of my favourite things I like doing at the moment. Trying to build myself a name up on that front as well, so that'd be good. So join me tomorrow.